Hey everyone, welcome to our podcast. We're here to help you practice English conversation in your daily life. We're so glad you're here with us. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Thanks for choosing to spend this time with us.
If you're cooking dinner, commuting home from work, or just relaxing on your couch after a long day, you are in the perfect place.
And if you're already in your pajamas, that's totally fine. We won't judge.
That's right. You can learn English even in your pajamas.
Yes, pajama English is still English. Okay, Sarah, before we dive in, how was your day today? How is your evening going so far?
My day was pretty busy. I finished work about an hour ago, made myself some tea, and now I'm finally sitting down. I told myself today I would stop checking my work emails after 6 p.m. We'll see how that goes.
So, a cup of tea and a small promise to yourself about work-life balance? I think many listeners can relate to that feeling very well.
Yeah, I guess so. Evenings can be a strange mix of tired, relieved, and still thinking about work at the same time.
My evening has been similar. I got home, changed into comfortable clothes, and immediately checked my phone for just a minute, and suddenly 15 minutes were gone.
The famous just a minute trap. That minute is really dangerous.
Very dangerous, yes. And that's actually why today's topic is so relevant.
Right, because our topic today is evening routine to wind down with English. We want to talk about real evenings, not perfect Instagram evenings, and how you can use that time to both relax and grow your English.
Yes, for many learners, evening is just work, dinner, phone, TV, sleep. And then you say, I had no energy for English.
We want to show you a different way, a gentle, calming routine that doesn't add stress, but actually helps you transition from your busy day into peaceful rest.
And before we walk into that routine, we want to share something important about how this podcast works.
Yes, our little learning strategy for every English podcast episode, not only for this topic, but for all our daily life and self-improvement topics.
We'll always speak in clear, simple English, slow and easy to follow, so you can feel comfortable and safe while you listen.
But at the same time, we'll naturally introduce useful phrases and expressions in each episode, so your English grows without you even noticing.
And when we use a stronger word, we'll pause, explain it in easy English, and use it in a real sentence, so you don't feel confused.
So you feel secure because the language is clear, but you also feel like you are gently expanding your English. Not too fast, not too slow.
That's right, like a gentle stretch after a long day. You enjoy the topic, and quietly in the background, your English naturally improves.
But Mike, be honest, does this kind of approach really work? Just listening to simple conversation with useful phrases mixed in?
I think it does. Not like magic overnight, but like a gradual, steady improvement.
Gradual and steady because it's comfortable to keep doing it, right?
Yes, exactly. It's small and achievable. You don't transform your whole life, you just listen to one relaxing episode and maybe add a tiny practice, again and again.
That daily pattern is what slowly helps you improve.
And what about vocabulary? How does it help with new words and expressions?
You don't just see a boring list. You hear new words inside real situations, like our evening topic today. So your brain remembers the word with an image and an emotion, not only a definition.
So it's like your brain says, this phrase belongs to this moment in life, and that makes it easier to recall later.
That's it. And when you then create your own sentence with that new word, your English brain gets a little exercise. Not exhausting, just a gentle workout that makes you stronger over time.
So we have a small challenge for you in every episode now, including this one.
Yeah. While you listen today, try to notice one new word, phrase, or idiom that resonates with you.
Resonates with you means it feels meaningful or important to you personally.
It could be a single word that feels a bit new or a phrase you don't normally use, but you understand from the context.
At the end of the episode, ask yourself, what new word or phrase did I really learn from today's episode?
Yeah, that's a powerful question to ask yourself.
Then be brave enough to make one simple sentence with that word or phrase. Say it out loud or write it in your notebook.
And if you feel confident, you can write your sentence in the comments.
When you do that, your English brain gets a real workout, like a small training session for your vocabulary and confidence.
And we love reading your sentences. We really do. We see your improvement, and other learners can learn from your examples too.
And if you enjoy this peaceful way of learning, daily life topics, useful phrases, and a small challenge, don't forget to like this episode, subscribe, and maybe share it with a friend who is also learning.
Your support helps our little podcast grow and helps more learners enjoy English in a calm way.
Okay, now that you know our style and our learning approach, let's come back to today's topic, evening routine to wind down with English.
We'll look at a typical evening, dinner, phone, TV, exhaustion, and see where we can peacefully add English without adding pressure.
So take a deep breath, get comfortable, maybe grab your tea or a snack, and join us as we explore your evening.
So let's start with a simple question. Why are we focusing so much on evening? Why not morning or afternoon?
For me, the evening is like closing a book at the end of a chapter. Your day is almost finished, your mind is tired, but it's also ready to let go of stress.
Yeah, it's like the world is finally slowing down. Work emails are slowing, people are going home, and you finally have a moment where you can just breathe.
And the way you use that evening can really set the tone for your night and even your next morning.
When we say set the tone, we mean those last hours before bed decide how you sleep and how you wake up, like choosing the last song before you go to sleep.
If you end with stress and screens, your sleep feels restless. But if you end with something calm and meaningful, like a gentle English routine, you sleep better and wake up refreshed.
And if you do this again and again, it doesn't only help your English, it can quietly improve your overall well-being too.
Sarah, do you know any story where an evening routine really changed someone's English?
Yeah, I do. I think of David, a listener who wrote to us. He works as a software engineer for a tech company. He starts early, around 7 a.m., and by the time he finishes, around 5 or 6 p.m., his brain feels like overheated computer.
Overheated computer, like when your laptop fan starts making noise because it's working too hard?
Exactly. So his mornings were already full. He tried to study English before work, but he was always rushing.
Exactly. He told us that every morning he thought, I'll study now, but then he had to prepare breakfast, take a shower, check messages from his team, and suddenly no time was left. He felt frustrated and honestly a bit defeated.
Defeated, like when you try many times but keep failing, right?
Yeah, like that. One day he said, okay, my mornings are chaos, so I'll give my evenings to English instead.
Interesting. So what did he actually do?
He didn't start with some complicated plan. He just decided that after dinner, instead of watching random YouTube videos, he would put on his headphones and listen to a 15-minute English podcast.
Same couch, same evening, just a different choice.
Yeah, after a week, he added one more thing. Before bed, he would open his journal and write 5 simple sentences in English about his day, his thoughts, or something he learned.
So the couch and the bedroom became his little English sanctuary.
Sanctuary means a safe, peaceful place where you can relax and focus.
Exactly. No special equipment, no expensive courses, just his headphones, a notebook, and a small commitment to himself.
And he was being more deliberate with his evening.
Deliberate means he was doing things with clear intention and purpose, not just randomly.
Did he feel any change?
Not immediately, but gradually he noticed he could understand English podcasts more easily. He didn't need to pause and rewind so often.
Gradually is like watching a plant grow. You don't see it grow every day, but after some weeks you look and think, wow, it got bigger.
That's how it was for him. Small actions accumulated when he repeated them every evening.
Accumulated means they added up. They collected together over time to become something significant.
You don't need the same job or the same couch as David, but you can adopt the idea. Choose one part of your evening and dedicate it to English.
Let's talk about why this evening routine matters so much. Evening is not just about time. It's about the version of you that comes home.
If you come home, collapse on the sofa, and immediately start scrolling mindlessly, that feeling, numb, disconnected, often follows you into your sleep and even your dreams.
Mindlessly means doing something without really thinking or paying attention.
It's like ending the day with mental junk food. You can still fall asleep, but you don't feel satisfied.
But when you come home and do one small thing with intention and care, like 10 minutes of English, that peaceful energy also travels with you into sleep.
It's like giving a small but healthy gift to your evening. It's not huge, but it makes you feel accomplished.
Accomplished means you feel like you did something worthwhile.
That's why evenings are powerful. They are a quiet opportunity to decide, who do I want to be before I sleep? The person who just consumes content or the person who invests in their future?
Okay, so if someone is listening and thinking, I like this idea, but what do I actually do?
We can keep it very simple.
Yeah, think of an evening routine like a small, healthy dessert for your English. It can have 4 parts: listen, reflect, write, review. We don't need a big meal, just a few satisfying bites.
I like that. A small, healthy dessert for your English. So what's the first bite?
Step 1, or the first bite, is simple. Listen in English.
We know the natural habit. Come home, unlock phone, open social media or Netflix, and suddenly 2 hours are gone.
Instead, imagine this. You sit down with your dinner or your tea, and you press play on a calm English podcast or audiobook. Same chair, different audio.
In the evening, your brain is like a tired traveler. It doesn't want complex tasks, but it can still absorb new information if it's presented gently.
So if the first thing after work is English, a story, a conversation, even something inspirational, your brain can soak it in without resistance.
And it doesn't have to be a formal study session. You can listen while you cook dinner or wash dishes.
That's what we mean when we say it's practical. It fits inside real life.
Practical means it's realistic and easy to actually do.
Exactly. Practical means you don't need perfect conditions. You use the life you already have.
And when your ears are warmed up, it's time to slow down and think. Step 2, reflect in English.
Many learners tell us, I listen, I read, but I never think about what I learned.
It's like eating food, but never letting your body digest it properly. You need a moment to process.
Evening can be your quiet moment for reflection. After listening, pause for 3 to 5 minutes and think, what did I hear? What was interesting? How do I feel about it?
You can do this in your mind, or even better, you can say it quietly out loud to yourself.
When you reflect like that, you're not just collecting words, you're building understanding. Your brain and heart start to connect with English in a deeper way.
And the beautiful thing is, in the evening, nobody is rushing you. Nobody is judging. It's just you and your thoughts.
Yeah, it's a safe space to explore your ideas, even if they're not perfect.
And after reflection, we can capture those thoughts. Step 3, write in English.
I like to think of writing as creating a mental photograph of your day.
All your experiences and thoughts are floating around. When you write, you freeze a few of them on paper.
In the evening, you can write a small paragraph, just 4 or 5 sentences about your day, what you learned or how you're feeling.
And you don't have to worry about perfect grammar or beautiful handwriting. The goal here is to express yourself in English, not to create a masterpiece.
This kind of writing is very therapeutic.
Therapeutic means it helps you feel better emotionally, like a kind of healing.
You are not just rushing through the day. You are pausing and asking, what happened today? What matters to me right now?
And often after you write, you feel a bit lighter, like you released some weight you were carrying.
Released means you let go of something that was holding you down.
And to keep your English alive and active, you need to revisit it regularly. Step 4, review what you learned.
Learning without review is like meeting someone nice at a party, but never talking to them again. The connection fades quickly.
So in the evening, you can take 5 to 7 minutes to look again at words or phrases you encountered during the day or earlier in the week.
That's how you build retention. Not by cramming 100 new words one night and then forgetting them, but by gently touching English a little every evening.
Retention means the ability to remember and keep information in your memory over time.
Retention means you build familiarity, like watering a garden. You don't water for 10 hours on Sunday. You water for 5 minutes every day.
And with that rhythm, English doesn't feel so overwhelming. It becomes a natural, comforting part of your life.
Now, maybe a voice in your head is saying, "This sounds nice, but I'm too tired in the evening."
And we really understand. Many of you have families, second jobs, household responsibilities. Life is demanding.
But sometimes "I'm too tired" really means my evening is already filled with habits I never chose consciously.
Maybe you can't add a whole new hour. That might not be realistic right now, but maybe you can replace 15 minutes.
Maybe you keep the same dinner, but you change what you listen to. You keep the same couch, but you change what you do on that couch.
When something truly matters to us, we usually find space for it. We do it for other things like shows, games, or scrolling. We can do it for our growth, too.
And your English is part of that growth. It's not just a school requirement, it's a skill you are slowly developing.
There's also this belief that only naturally talented people become good at English.
But if you listen to real stories, you see a pattern. It's not just talent.
It's more about persistence and consistency. The people who succeed are not always the most gifted in the room. Often they are just the ones who quietly commit to small actions again and again.
Persistence means continuing to do something even when it's difficult.
Maybe they struggled in school. Maybe teachers told them, languages aren't your strength.
But they kept a small promise to themselves every evening.
While others scroll endlessly, they listen for 15 minutes. While others zone out in front of the TV, they write 5 sentences.
Zone out means to stop paying attention and let your mind wander.
These are like tiny seeds, and over time, they can grow into a beautiful tree.
That's why we say small habits create big transformations. Not in 1 month, but in 1 year, in 3 years, they make you unstoppable.
And why invest all this effort into English? Because English is not only for exams.
English is like a bridge. It connects you to opportunities you maybe can't even imagine yet.
Career opportunities, travel experiences, friendships across cultures, access to books and content from everywhere in the world.
Maybe for you, it's being able to watch your favorite series without subtitles. Maybe it's writing an email confidently, or participating in an international meeting, or simply feeling proud of yourself.
English can give you confidence, that warm feeling of, I am capable.
And that confidence often gives you courage to open new doors and embrace new experiences.
And evening is a beautiful time to build that bridge slowly and peacefully. The world is quiet, and your future is waiting.
So if we put everything together, the message is simple. Don't waste your evenings.
They are not just recover from work time. They are invest in your future time.
Listen, reflect, write, review, even if each one is small.
And these small actions, when you repeat them, can make your evenings feel more peaceful, your mind more clear, and your heart more hopeful.
Peaceful here doesn't mean boring. It just means at the end of the evening you can smile and say, I did something meaningful for myself.
And clear is when your mind feels organized, not so cluttered with stress.
And hopeful is when you feel optimistic about your progress in your future.
Your life won't transform in one evening, but it will transform if you use many evenings in an intentional way.
And we're really happy to sit with you in those evenings, in your living room, in your kitchen, at your desk, and be part of your English journey.
You know, Mike, we used some interesting words and phrases today. Maybe we should slow down and explore a few of them, like a gentle vocabulary walk.
Yeah, a calm little word exploration. Not a test, just a moment to really understand the words.
Exactly. As you listen, you can think, which one of these feels helpful for my life?
Sarah, one phrase we used today was wind down.
Yeah, when we say wind down, we mean to gradually relax and slow down after a busy or stressful period.
It's like when you finish running fast and you slowly walk to cool down your body. You don't just stop suddenly.
In the evening, many people need to wind down from work stress before they can sleep peacefully.
You can say, I like to wind down with a book before bed.
Maybe you can think now, how do you wind down in the evening?
Another phrase we used today was gradually.
Gradually means slowly, step by step, little by little, not suddenly.
It's like sunset. The sky doesn't go from bright to dark in 1 second. It changes gradually, slowly and beautifully.
English improvement is the same. One evening, one podcast, one paragraph. Maybe today you don't notice a huge change.
But when you look back after 3 months, you suddenly realize, wow, my listening is different. My confidence is different. That happened gradually, not overnight.
You can say, gradually, my English is improving with my evening routine.
So if you feel impatient, remember, gradual progress is still real progress.
We also said the word accumulated.
That means things added up or collected together over time to become something bigger.
Picture a piggy bank. One coin looks small, but if you keep adding coins every day, they accumulate. After months, you have real savings.
Maybe your small action is 10 minutes of listening each evening. Alone, it looks tiny.
But 10 minutes times 30 days, that's 300 minutes. That's 5 hours of English in 1 month.
You can say, small efforts accumulated over time create big results.
So don't underestimate your small contributions. They are quietly accumulating into something valuable.
We also said the phrase, set the tone.
Set the tone means to establish the mood or atmosphere for something that follows.
Like when you enter a room and light a candle, that small action sets the tone for a relaxing evening.
Maybe yesterday you ended your evening with stress and arguments. You felt tense.
But when the evening comes today, you can say, okay, I will set a different tone. I will listen to calming English for 10 minutes.
You can say, how I spend my evening sets the tone for my sleep and my next morning.
Evening is kind. It gives you a chance to set a peaceful tone before rest.
Let's talk about the word deliberate.
Deliberate means done with careful thought and intention, not by accident or randomly.
Imagine 2 evenings. In the first evening, your hand just automatically reaches for the TV remote without thinking. That's not deliberate.
In the second evening, you pause for a moment and say, no, tonight I will choose to write in English for 10 minutes instead. That pause is you being deliberate.
You're still in the same house, still tired from work, still sitting in the same chair, but your choice is different.
You can say, I was deliberate this evening. I chose a podcast instead of mindless scrolling.
When you are deliberate with small choices, meaningful changes slowly follow.
Now the word mindlessly.
Mindlessly means doing something without really thinking or paying attention, like a robot.
It's like your body is moving, but your mind is somewhere else or nowhere at all.
Many of us scroll through social media mindlessly. We don't choose to do it. We just do it automatically.
You can say, I used to watch TV mindlessly for hours every evening.
An intentional evening routine can help you avoid doing things mindlessly and instead do things with purpose.
Another important word is practical.
Practical means realistic and easy to actually do in real life. It matches your real situation.
A practical plan is like comfortable shoes. If the plan is too complicated, you trip and give up. If it's simple and comfortable, you can walk with it every day.
Saying I will study English for 4 hours every evening is not practical for most people with jobs or families.
But saying I will give 15 minutes to English after dinner is practical. You can actually do it consistently.
You can say 15 minutes of English writing in the evening is practical for me.
Practical routines are the ones you will actually maintain.
Another key word is persistence.
Persistence doesn't mean being perfect. It means continuing to try even when things are difficult.
Like climbing a mountain. Sometimes the path is steep and you feel tired. Persistence is when you keep walking anyway.
With English, having persistence might mean listening every evening for a month, even on days when you feel exhausted or unmotivated.
You can say, success in English requires persistence, not just talent.
Persistence is what turns small efforts into real achievement over time.
We also use the word therapeutic.
Therapeutic means something that helps you feel better emotionally or mentally, like a kind of healing.
Like taking a warm bath after a stressful day. It's therapeutic. It makes your body and mind relax.
Writing in English can be therapeutic. You put your thoughts on paper and you feel lighter, less stressed.
You can say, I find writing in my English journal therapeutic. It helps me process my day.
Therapeutic activities don't have to be complicated. Sometimes simple things bring the most healing.
Another word is retention.
Retention means the ability to remember and keep information in your memory over time.
It's like trying to hold water in your hands. If you don't cup your hands carefully, the water slips away. Retention is about holding on to knowledge.
If you learn 20 words today but never review them, your retention will be very low.
You'll forget most of them quickly.
But if you review those words again tomorrow, again next week, your retention becomes much stronger.
You can say, regular review improves my retention of new vocabulary.
Retention is built through repetition and connection, not just one-time exposure.
We also said the word zone out.
Zone out means to stop paying attention and let your mind drift away, like daydreaming but without purpose.
It's when you're physically present but mentally absent. Your eyes are open, but you're not really processing anything.
Sometimes after a long day, we zone out in front of the TV. We watch, but we don't really watch. We're just there.
You can say, I tend to zone out when I'm too tired. That's why I try to do English practice before I get completely exhausted.
Being aware of when you zone out can help you make better choices about your evening time.
And finally, the word hopeful.
Hopeful means feeling optimistic and positive about the future, believing that good things can happen.
It's like seeing a small plant growing in your garden. You feel hopeful that it will become beautiful flowers one day.
A small English routine can make you feel hopeful about your progress. Not perfect, not finished, but moving forward.
You can say, my evening English routine makes me feel hopeful about my future opportunities.
Hopeful evenings don't have to be loud or dramatic. They can be quiet but filled with positive anticipation.
Okay, now it's your turn. While you were listening, maybe one word or phrase felt meaningful to you.
Maybe it was wind down, maybe gradually, maybe therapeutic, or another one from this episode.
At the end of today, or right after this episode, ask yourself, what new word or phrase did I really connect with from today's episode?
Then be courageous enough to make one simple sentence with it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just authentic.
You can say it out loud in your room or write it in your journal.
And if you feel confident, we would love to see your sentence in the comments.
When you do that, your English brain gets a small workout, like a gentle training session for your vocabulary and your confidence.
And remember, your sentence might also inspire another learner. They can read it and think, oh, I can use this word like that too.
If you enjoyed spending your evening with us talking about routines, English, and peaceful growth, we'd really appreciate your support.
You can like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and maybe share it with a friend who also wants to improve their English in a calm, sustainable way.
Your support helps our little podcast grow, and it helps more learners turn their evenings into English time.
And tonight, when you finish dinner or when you're getting ready for bed, maybe you'll remember this episode. Take a breath and choose one gentle English action.
Listen a little, reflect a little, write a little, review a little.
Small efforts accumulated create big transformations.
And we'll be here, walking with you, gradually, evening by evening.
This was our English podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Take care, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Your journey continues. To keep advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.